Okay.
Okay.
Jack, can I play a song to start?
Not really, should we? I feel like we're not gonna. Okay.
Okay.
Music does that to people. It's more like emotional judo. Like, it takes your energy and it turns it around.
Love it. Oh my god. Wait.
Ooh. Wow, this is you.
You're not nice, you're rude. You're not nice, you're rude.
Okay, wait. What?
I wasn't emotionally prepared to listen to this right now.
The sound of love. I don't know if there's a sound to that. There is. I think it's more like an attitude or something that you are open to playing with people and then have faith in the outcome. I'm not sure if there's any particular sound that goes with that. It's more like a dedication, I would say, a focus and a dedication that will make the music sound good. It doesn't matter what music or what sound it is. It's the intention behind the sound that makes it sound good or not so good, or interesting or not interesting. You know?
But how would you describe the sound of love?
Right.
Just playing. Then not thinking about anything and just playing these notes, or you can play that same thing.
My favorite love song?
Yeah.
There's so many. It depends on what kind of love, I guess, right? I guess in a way, like almost all songs and almost all music is about love.
When it comes down to it.
Yeah. I mean, like the vast majority is like directly about love, like very obviously, like man, woman, or man and man, or whoever, like two people and their relationship. And I think of "Don't Think Twice" as a love song too, Bob Dylan. That one's beautiful. And the whole concept of harmony, concept of like just tonal harmony, for example, which is hearing the relationship between different notes set within a certain system of tuning, has so many possibilities and so many things that are both sweet and then really bitter and difficult and discordant and sour. And love might not be like, oh, I'm so into this. Love can be like, I don't like anything about you, or I don't like anything about this thing, but I can let it be, and I can coexist with it in a like I can harmonize with it.
There's also a difference between like if you guys were to write a song about an ex who's in SWS and then play it for SWS people and that person is there. Like that's happened with like writings and stuff, and I feel like if they're trying to damage that person, then that's not cool. But like if they're trying to help themselves heal, then I think that's okay.
That's a good response.
In dance hall? Well, like, I gotta be honest, I've looked up, like, the lyrics before, and, like, okay. Well, there's dance hall, and there's soca. And both have, like, so, yeah, I think that's a good point. I think with dance hall, it's, like, a lot of it is, like, not English. So you're not, like, listening right away. But then, like, when I look up the lyrics, it's like, bust this pum pum to the ground, like, or it means like gonna like trap her in this room and like fuck her till she's asleep.
Well, because I think music can also just be like it has different purposes. Like if it's music that's just like a really good beat that you can get down to, like, well, actually, I guess whoever wrote that was probably like hopefully sort of in love with what they were producing.
Like just all music, whether it's supposed to be a love song, or it has words, or it doesn't have words, or it's not supposed to be a love song, or it's a song about two people hating each other, or it's a song about politics. Is that when you do recognize something as a type of love song, how much it surprises you?
Because I don't know what they're saying, it's easier to get down to it. Music really like brings out a dance for me, which is like why I love it.
Like just all music, whether it's supposed to be a love song, or it has words, or it doesn't have words, or it's not supposed to be a love song, or it's a song about two people hating each other, or it's a song about politics. Is that when you do recognize something as a type of love song, how much it surprises you. Like music will reveal something to me usually, and I'll be very surprised by like what I feel as love. And also there's so many different kinds of love. Again, I mean, we already talked like at the beginning about like this isn't necessarily like romantic, sexual love or like marriage or anything like that, or it's not necessarily like just it's love between humans.
When I played Jack this or at Max's house one time, I like played this song, and Jack was like, "I love this song." I was like, "Yes," you know.
To beware of not allowing music to alienate you from other people because it's meant to bring you together. And if you find yourself in close to somebody and you see their music shift or you see their music change, or you've never heard their art and it comes to you and you don't like it at first, that is the time. That's like the perfect time because you've got this person who you've attached to this art, which you don't necessarily need to do. You've got this person who you've attached to this expression, and you have to somehow say like, okay, well, like why? What is not resonating for me about this person's art when this person's music, when their art, their life, and their words so often. So that, I think that the best music could sometimes be played by people who have a conflict with one another.
There's many occasions where I play music that with people that I don't necessarily like that much, or that I would pick as my friends. But through music, you can actually still find a connection.
Go to any big show, and chances are, if you meet enough people in the audience, you're going to start finding a lot of people that you will vehemently disagree on points with, and then it might otherwise be impossible for you to be friends with in the everyday world, or seem impossible.
Many examples, especially in jazz music, where there's been amazing recording sessions and gigs of people who hated each other to the gut. And that actually became really interesting music. You know? So especially in improvised music.
Nice when there's someone who's like, yes, and you can see that they're like into it in the same way, or like in a similar plane.
People who appear to have very little in common, or are actually just at odds with one another in every way, in a way that could cause them personally to say, like, I do not like you, and I don't want to spend any of my time with you, can come together in music, and it can kind of dissolve these boundaries and show you a space that you have in common, and I heard a guy once describe somebody handling him really well in an argument as emotional jiu-jitsu. And like music does that to people. It's more like emotional judo. Like it takes your energy and it turns it around. And suddenly you were all puffing, then all of a sudden you're on your back on the floor like, what the hell's just happened to me? Like,
well, I love music, you know.
Music is so important because right now in our political atmosphere, and our social atmosphere in America in particular, but in the world, there's a lot of strife and a lot of suffering and a lot of division between people, and it comes from all sides. It comes from anybody who perceives himself as being in opposition to something else,
Nice, you're rude.
and not set it up as this conflict that's been going on since time immemorial between the liberals and conservatives that puts people on two opposite sides of the line rather than just a bunch of people trying to live together in America in harmony.
Oh yeah, maybe that's how we need to bring world peace. Is just breathe softly on each other. Thanks, thank you.